Hey, welcome. Today we're going to work on negative exponents. All right. So, okay. So this chart, it's a little bit confusing right now. I want to just sort of ignore this chart, and you're not even seeing what I'm doing. So let's get that up. Okay. Let's work on the pattern that we did above. Can we just jot in the pattern that we did above on the side here? Let's just go 2 to the 3 is 8. Let's start this pattern. 2 to the 2 is 4. 2 to the 1 is 2. So we start to see what's happening with this pattern. The powers are going down by 1, which means we're losing a factor of 2 every time. So basically every time this right side, you're losing a factor of 2. So divide by 2. So etc. 2 to the 0 is 1. That's an interesting one. Let's put a box around that one to tell us like that's the middle, because this could go infinitely up and infinitely down. And now let's go into the negatives, which is what we're interested in today. So what's 1 divided by 2? And don't say 0.5. Lovely. 2 to the minus 2. What's 1/2 divided by 2? 1/4. So just keep cutting these in half. Next one will be 1/8. And then we start to see the pattern here emerge. And it's lovely to see some patterns like this. Like 2 to the 2 is 4. 2 to the minus 2 is 1/4. This is amazing stuff. 2 to the 1 is 2. 2 to the minus 1 is 1/2. This is amazing, amazing, amazing. 2 to the 3 is 8. 2 to the minus 3 is 1/8. Those colors just gave me like a weird vibe in my head. Kind of get me dizzy there. All right. So what is the conclusion we can make about negative powers? What kind of conclusion can we draw? A to the minus n is just going to be equal to 1 over a to the positive n. One over b to the minus n is going to be b to the positive n. In general, this is the one we want to remember. All the negative power does is reciprocates. That's all it does. Right there. That's what we care about. All right, ladies and gentlemen. If you change the negative on the power, then you will reciprocate the base. Just like here on the board, okay, guys? What's 2 to the 3? What's 2 to the minus 3? It's just the reciprocal, okay? Everyone look at my whiteboard. 2 to the 3 is 8. 2 to the minus 3 is 1/8. Where did this 1 come from, guys? Under the 8. Everybody see it? They just flip. That's all it is. On the TI 84 plus, Joyce has the old model 83 plus. It's just this is a relic. It's right there, under the math button. Do you see it? X to the minus 1. That's your quick reciprocate button. So like type in 10 and then hit the X to the minus 1 and you get 1/10. Type in 2. 2 to the minus 1, you get 1/2. It's under the math button. Under the... All right. So without the use of a calculator, pardon me? The 1 and the 4, what are you talking about? Here? Oh, yeah. No, degree mode won't matter. Okay, so first example, everybody with me? All right. Okay, so 4 is the same as 4 over 1, just like Bailey said. And what do we want to do? We want to evaluate. So what does evaluate mean? Basically means just solve. Okay? So the first things first, get rid of negative power. So all you gotta do is take it off. So if you do that, what happens to the base? It reciprocates. What students will do after like a couple days goes by and you've forgotten it a bit, what you guys will tend to do is connect somehow the negative and the power. You'll connect this somehow to the negative of the base. They are not connected in any way. If you take the negative off the power, it does nothing to the negativity of the base. Okay? All the negativity of the power does is flip these. Okay? That's crucial. Now we can work on the stuff we did last day. Power 1/2 is the same as the square root. What do you do with a quotient when you have a radical on top of it? Split them. Just like you would split a product. Is everybody okay with what's on the screen? Square root of 1 is 1. Square root of 4 is 2. Don't get scared of fractions. They're just integers stacked on top of each other. If you're scared of integers, oh man, you're in the wrong spot. Okay, next one. What do I want to do first? I wrote it on the side there. Get rid of the negative. So what happens to the 9 over 16? I didn't. Nope. What? I probably have like 36 of those. I have 6 squared of those. Okay, there it is, 16 over 9 to the power 1/2. All right. So finish this off, guys. What does power 1/2 mean? Square root. What's the square root of 9 and square root of 16? Do them separately. At least I don't do stuff like this. At least I don't do stuff like that. Huh? Could be worse.
You should. Do it just to annoy him. Tell him he has to write it like that. It's still negative, right?
All right. So we square root 16, we square root 9, and we get 4/3. Okay. Now on to this last one. This 18 is going to mess me up. So, okay. I want to get rid of the negative. So 27 over 8. And now that negative 1/3 can be positive 1/3. And I really like this question because the negative of the base has no connection to the negative of the power. So if I change the power to a positive, this guy's still negative. You leave that. Now, in the quiz, we just talked about what happens when you have a negative divided by a negative. It's positive. What's going on with this fraction? The negative's kicked out to the side. What does that mean? I mean, it's a negative fraction. That means that these two signs are different. One of them is positive and the other one is negative. You just don't know which one. It could be either. Either one of these is negative. Could be either one. Okay. So now we have to take the cube root of negative 27 over 8. Okay. So like Jackson said, it's probably the 27. He just looks negative. And like I said, it could be either one. It does not matter. And you get negative 3 over 2. And the whole fraction is still negative. All right, question. Nope, that's been dealt with, because remember this became the cube root, so now this is gone. What's up with Lizzie? How come she was here and then gone? Oh, look at these nasty ones. Oh, just a heads up. This question here. See that? We're gonna get to that shortly. Everybody look. Even you, Kalela. What's that, a screen? Everyone put your face, your eyes, right on this. That kind of question, guess where it's going to show up? Rhoda? See it? This is going to be the style on the written response at the end. No surprises. This is nothing. We're going to nail this kind of crap, okay? All right. We got to work slowly though. Okay, $5 for the first person that gets D in a second. $5. If you get it in 2 seconds. All right, Kaminsky, give it to me. Attaboy. Why is it 1 over 4? It just reciprocates. Oh, I screwed you up, eh? Oh, jeez. Okay, anyways. Relax, 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 relax. Okay. Look, guys, listen. 4 to the 1. If that wasn't negative, it's just 4 to the 1, it would be 4. The negative means it's 1 over 4. If it was 4 to the 2, it would be 16. If there's a negative 2, it's going to be 1 over 16. Okay, if it's 4 to the 3, it's 64. If it's 4 to the minus 3, it's 1 over 64. So the minus just puts it in the bottom, okay, if it's an integer like this. If they're fractions, what's it going to do? 3 over 2. And what's to the power 1? Oh, it stays the same. So 8 to the negative 2/3. Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, deal with the negative. That's always the first thing. So this becomes 1 over 8 to the 2/3. Now, like I always said, split the quotient. 1 to the 2/3 and 8 to the 2/3. What's 1 to any power? 1. So there's the numerator. Now we just got to do 8 to the 2/3. We did this on the quiz. Is it a cube root or a square root? Cube root of 8, and then we will square it. Are you using your calculator? Yeah, so you cube root 8, you get 2. 2 squared is 4. All right, so I'll give you a second to jot down those steps.
Good. I'm using some of my material with your material. I'm going to...
Did you need that? Jackson's slowpoke. It's funny, there's a Jackson on my kid's hockey team. He's also a slowpoke. Yeah, he's 9. Making fun of 9-year-olds. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The third D here. Or is it, yeah. All right. What do we always deal with first? So what goes on top? 4, what goes on the bottom? And the whole fraction is negative, so put a little tick on the outside there. And then the negative 3 now becomes a up in the power. Good. And then you cube both of them. Good. So what's 4 cubed? Use your chart. It should just look 4 goes with 64. 3 goes with 27. And the whole fraction is negative. All right. Another D here. Whoever made this book. Okay, 0.3. Do we like decimals? No. Nobody likes decimals. Well, so thank you, Sydney. Anybody else got it? No. That's a 0.333. What? Good. Ethan, what's the fraction for 0.3? Are you German? You're letting us down, brother. Germans are renowned for their math. Come on, Mr. Wilhelm. 0.3 is 3/10. What do I do with the negative? So 3/10 becomes 10/3. Now, this one's easy. 10 to the 4. 10, 100, 1,000. The next one is 10,000. That one's easy. Now 3 to the 4, not so easy. It's this is big numbers. I don't think 10,000 divides by 3, but you can always go this 10,000 divided by 81 into your calculator and then go math fraction and see if it reduces it. But I would be happy with that. I would. Yeah, you do. Go 10,000 ABC button 81. 10,000 over 81. Yep. Okay, next one. So it didn't work. Okay, next one. So 16 over 9. I just flip it and get rid of the negative. That's a skill you got to know. Reciprocate, get rid of the negative. Okay, that's what I figured. Now, apply the power to both. We apply the power to both. So is it a cube root or a square root? Okay, square root of 16 is? Square root of 9 is? Okay, now we just have to cube these things. Now 81 and 27, not 81. Are you crazy? 4 cubed is 64. Now I think those just stay where they are. Any questions? Any questions? Going once, going twice. Chanel, can you explain what happened from this step to this step? (16) and 4 are related by a square root because of the denominator is. Everybody catch that? Just reiterating some stuff. Hopefully we're not snoozing. All right, now we're going to get nasty. Folks, at the bottom of your page, At the bottom of your page. No, 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 no. At the bottom of your page, draw a line like that. And one more time, we will review the exponent laws. One more time. These should already be on your study sheet, by the way. But let's do it one more time. X to the A times X to the B to the A plus B. When you multiply same base, you add powers. When you divide same base, you will subtract powers. If you have a power raised to another power, you will times the powers. Now 3 more that I didn't do, which hopefully you already know, because we've done them so many times. If you have a product raised to a power, you put the power on both. If you have a quotient raised to a power, you put the power on both. You definitely need the exponent laws on a study sheet. There's a couple more that you're going to add to this. You'll have to do the negative power one. You'll have to do the fraction power one. And this is going on your formula sheet as well. You could also put on like the 0 power. Okay, don't forget about the 0 power. That's a 0. Why can't I draw a 0? And yeah, okay. All right, because all these, you have to combine and use all at once in these questions up above. Okay. Do you guys still need these for a second? Okay. So 12 after 11. We got to get moving here so you have time for homework. Okay, here we go. What's going on with this one? What is this? Multiplication, division, power of a power. What is it? Oh, there's a multiplication in there. So which one do I use? This one, right? Okay, what else is going on? Is there powers raised to other powers? There is. So we also have to, oops. We also have to use that one. Okay, which one do you want to do first? Does it matter? Personally, I clean, which means I simplify the inside first. That's what I do. Okay, so that means I would add these powers first and then do the power of a power. I always simplify the inside first. Okay, so what's 2 over 5? Or pardon me, excuse me, what power is going to be on 2 over 5 now? Is everyone okay with that? Same base, add the powers. Right? So now 2 over 5's power is what? -1. Oops, I put that in the wrong spot. You guys are going to hate me. I have to just redo this. So just wait for me, wait for me. I put the brackets in a weird spot. It would screw you up. Yeah, sorry. That's sacrilegious, writing in pen. All right, now that we've added the powers, -3 plus 2 is -1. What do we do now? What's the power of a power rule? You multiply now. So what's -1 times -3? +3. Okay. So let me I'll jot that note in there. Now to finish this off, what's the last step here? Cube the top, cube the bottom. So 2 cubed is 8, and 5 cubed is 125. There's your final answer. Not bad, not bad. Could you just pump this original thing into your calculator, probably, with brackets and do everything properly? Could you get this answer? Yes. But that's not the point. Mm-hmm. All right, now we have a quotient. Okay, look, guys. Originally, what were we doing here? Timesing. Now what are we doing? Dividing. Okay, what do I like to do first? Simplify inside first. So let's do that now. Yes, it's division, so we minus the powers. So first of all, though, you have a 24 divided by 6. What's 24 divided by 6? 4. Is it okay if I write it like that? 4 over 1? All right. Now, just do this on the side here. This is like on the side. What's the x2 minus 3? Why did I subtract them like that? What's the rule? Same base, division, you minus them. What's 2 minus 3? X to the minus 1. What does x to the minus 1 mean? You flip. So where do I put this x? In the top or the bottom? Bottom. Think about this. How many x's are in the bottom right now? Right here. No, where this arrow is. How many x's is this? There's 3 factors of x. How many on the top? 2. How many cancel? 2. 2 from the top, 2 from the bottom, and what will be left over? 1 in the bottom. It's like a fight. There's 2 people here, 3 people here. Who wins? The 3. It's like a cancel, and then the 1 left over. If it was like have you guys ever played Risk? It's kind of like that. Now, still on the side here, and this is kind of crazy. Now we subtract these ones. And then make sure you use brackets when you subtract. -4 minus -1. What's that going to be? -4 minus minus is a plus. -4 plus 1 is -3. That goes to the bottom. And that's it. It's been cleaned up. The inside's been cleaned up. Okay? Just a 4 on top. Okay, now what do I do with this -2? No. What do I do with the negative powers? Gotta flip it. So now it's xy cubed over 4 to the 2. Okay, all I did was change this -2 to a +2. Now I apply the square to the top and the bottom. X squared y6 over 16. Why? Someone explain, help me. X gets the 2. Y3 gets the 2, and then what happens when it's power over power? You multiply. And then this 4 gets the power 2 as well, and it becomes 16. This kind of question, you're going to have to practice a lot. Yes. Anytime you see something for the first time, it's going to be hard. You absolutely have to practice. This one's insane. All right. Can we move on? All right, here it comes. Trying to clean up the inside. Okay. Trying to clean up the inside. Brackets first. Where are we going to start? This 10, there's nothing happening to that 10. Does anybody know why? Okay, it's not included in those brackets. Okay. Personally, I think I just want to like apply this -3 power of a power. It's kind of like, it looks like distributive, but it's not distributive. It just looks like that. Basically, it's just one of the exponent laws, and you're applying it. So P is going to be to what power? -9. Q is to what power? -6. R is to what power? Anything times 0 is? Oh my gosh. 0 times anything is 0. Alright, now the bottom. Apply the -2. So we're going to have 8 to the -2. P to the -3 times -2. Q to the R to the. All right, lovely. Whoops. Okay. The brackets that I have up top are redundant at this point. You don't need them. Okay. Does everybody see how this is set up now? You have, oh, my highlighter tool is not working. You have coefficients, you have P's, you have Q's, and you have R's. Does everybody see that? Deal with them separately like this, okay? All right. I'm just going to leave the 10 over 8 to the -2 for now, okay? Let's talk about the P's. Are we dividing or timesing? So do we add or subtract? Subtract. So this is like off to the side here in your head or on the scrap paper or something. -9 -6 becomes P to the what? If you owe 9 and then owe 6, you owe 15. Guys, integer operation. So where does this go? This negative power goes to the bottom. Okay, next one. Q -6 -10 would be -16 goes to the bottom as a positive 16. Now R, 0 minus -6. 0 minus -6. Thank you. Two negatives make a. What do you do in junior high? Other than like. Oh my gosh. Alright. So dudes and dudettes, we have the coefficients dealt with. Now we just have to deal with this number. What the heck is that number? First of all, 8 to the -2. If it's a minus power, what do? Flip it. So now it's 8 squared up here. What's 8 squared? 64 times 10 is 640. 640. Oh my gosh. There it is.
That's the answer?
Yes.
Don't hit yourself just yet.
All right. We're done.